Hey guys, I got Hiccup here, the horse in for retraining. I'm on lesson 1. So this is the first lesson we teach every horse under saddle. It's the very first lesson for the first ride. And the reason why is it gives us tools to manage the rest of their life, to maintain them and talk them out of bucking, bolting, spooking, you name it, anything under saddle. So now this horse hasn't had this lesson, so you're going to see a lot of those evasions come out that they will do in anything. So you'll find once I teach him, I'm using this same lesson to teach him how to yield his face and hips to just one line. So all he has to do is bend his neck. That's all I'm looking for right now, is the bend of his neck and to go forward. He's trying to lock up on my leg and go backwards. And you'll see him later on. He's going to try to rear. He's going to try to just flex in the pole and get his neck straight and bring his nose to his chest and run backwards. But I want you to see and pay attention to my energy. Like my pressure is very slow. It's just consistent. I'm looking for the first release. I'm going to get one here pretty quick. And I give him a big release. It's right around here, right there. He gets off and I really throw that slack at him. So that's the biggest move he's given me in his neck. And then you can see I keep throwing that line at him to try to exaggerate that release. But then he switches into runaway mode again. So, he's really not wanting to play games with me here. He's just running away from the evasion. And it's because he don't understand. He don't know that there's an end game. So it just, from too many things being forced upon him with no clear communication in the beginning that there is going to be an end game. That's why you'll see his tail going. But I got it on fast speed here just to speed up the lesson, because this was a 10-minute lesson and I've narrowed it down to under 4.5. Right here he rears. Yeah, so you can see I bump him with my leg right there. So I'm sure not to give him any release right there. In fact, I add a little bit. That's why I shot him out of there. So he knew that rearing was not the answer because it cost him more work, right? I was able to send him more and ask him to do what I was already asking him with a little bit more speed. It's very important that when I'm asking for more speed, I only go up in small increments so that I can, maintain the conversation without running out of pressure or getting myself in trouble, right? Because you're in charge of the danger factor when you're in this argument right here. If I have a lot of forceful pressure, he's going to do more things more violently. So his rear will be more violent. His backup will be more violent. So the idea is to keep him light with light pressure and use those taps in order to keep that pressure down there. So that's here. He just reared again right there. So now you'll see that I take the end of my rope and I tap him on the outside to send him out there a little bit more. And you'll see just how I tap the rope and then grab my rope. Like I tap him with the end of the lead line and grab my rope to hang on. And then just rope management there, guys. How to safely talk through a rope. You got to be able to turn up the energy, but be able to stay in the saddle. That's first. Don't come out of the buggy. That's the first key. And then you just, all he's doing is, going through the same evasions. Because once I take him to the end, to acceptance, it's game changer. And he has a dump right here, and that's what stops him for just a second. And that's where I start to win. So now I've slowed it right down. So right here, he gives one last effort. See, he really throws his head, and I bump him with the end of that rein. That's the first time I've done that on his nose to really tell him no. And it kind of shocked his system enough for me to get the honey right here. So there, he kind of give his nose, tried to pull it away a little bit. I got it again. There, and his feet are stopped. So then I throw it away and call that the end. So hopefully that helped, guys, how to talk one through a fight safely.